Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about why I think you should be playing Lord of the Rings Online as your choice for MMO. And I'm going to be giving you 3 big reasons, like really big reasons I think, as to why you should play Lord of the Rings Online over other MMOs right now. The first reason as to why you should play Lord of the Rings Online is because there are legendary servers that are incoming, 2 to be specific, one in Europe and one in North America. I don't remember the name of the one in Europe, but the one in North America is going to be called Angmar. And for those of you not familiar with what legendary servers are, if you haven't played WoW or Lord of the Rings Online or other MMOs, basically they're what you can consider fresh start in a way. Except they're slightly different. So a legendary server is a special type of game world that caps the maximum level for players at a certain level based on a previous expansion. So if you've been playing an MMO like Lord of the Rings Online for a long time, or WoW for a long time, you might have a level cap of like 150, 200, something like that. In Lord of the Rings Online or LOTRO right now, it's 150. But what the legendary servers will do is they will cap that based on the expansion. So in Lord of the Rings Online, that will be level 50 for the first bit of the legendary servers. And every so often, the maximum level will be raised and the content of the next expansion will become available. In legendary servers, there's also many deeds unique to the legendary servers, which can provide cosmetics, titles, and portrait frames, some of which are awarded to every character on your account when earned. One big caveat though for legendary servers, because as some of you are probably already aware, and if you're not, Lord of the Rings Online is free to play. But the caveat is, to access the legendary servers, you will need a VIP subscription. So to experience Lord of the Rings Online as it was when it launched with all the current changes implemented, you will need a VIP subscription, which in Canada currently costs $19.99 a month, so $20 a month. For 3 months, you can get it for $40. So that's $19 in savings for 3 months, because you're basically paying for 2 months. For 6 months, you can get it for $81, which is about a savings of maybe 2 months again. And for 12 months, you can get it for $135, which is a savings of $104, which is about 5 months of savings. So depending on how much money you have available lying around, how much money you can reasonably spend outside of what you need, this might be something that you want to do. And now, what are the perks or benefits included in the VIP? Well, you get 500 LOTRO points per month. You get additional inventory slots, and trust me, you will probably want these, otherwise you'll probably have to buy them as a free-to-play player. Unfortunately, from what I've heard and what I've seen, it's pretty rough playing the game free-to-play because you run out of inventory slots very quickly. You get exclusive access to legendary servers, which we discussed. You get exclusive rewards like faster crafting and lower item wear, access to all quest packs and skirmishes, access to all monster classes, I don't know why that's written that way, but it is. Mailbox field access, exclusive server bonus events for VIPs, priority login in the queue, daily plus 100% bonus XP, additional wardrobe space, free weekly gold, Hobbit present, exclusive perks like using town services anywhere. This is one of my favorite perks. Exclusive character portrait frame, all crafting guilds, maximum caps on auction, currency, and more, unlimited chat, use Destiny points on in-game perks, and swift travel. So these are just some of the benefits that you get with VIP access, which is understandable because in a free-to-play model, you kind of need to make money in some way. This is one of the ways they are making the money, and if I'm not mistaken, WoW is still a subscription-based game. So this is no different from playing WoW on a monthly basis, basically. And I will add in the fact that Lord of the Rings Online, when it came out, it actually won Best MMO that year. So it beat out WoW that year. Obviously, over the years, people have just flocked to WoW because they love it. and haven't really given LOTRO the chance that I think it deserves, and that's why I'm making this video. And I started playing LOTRO back in 2007 when it came out, so this is, like I said, the reason I'm making this video. It's the perfect opportunity for anyone new. I consider myself new now because I had so much downtime from not playing the game in so many years, and a lot has changed, to jump back in and experience the game at a much better pace. I stopped playing briefly after Mirkwood and did jump back in a bit for Riders of Rohan, but then again fell off. I tried jumping back in last year but felt overwhelmed with all the changes, so stopped playing again. The issue for me right now is if you jump in and have purchased any of the expansions, the map is massive, and I mean massive. And I'll show you what that means. Like, you can go anywhere in Middle-earth pretty much right away. Well, not right away, you'll die because the mobs will kill you, but you have access to all the areas, and it can get kind of overwhelming because the map in game's not really that great. And as a result, like I said, you can feel overwhelmed, especially considering how many quests are available in the game. For many new players, this may not be an issue, but with the legendary service, it will definitely not be an issue because you'll only have a certain level cap to get to, and you'll be able to do quests in all the zones in that area first, get used to that zone, and then move on to the next zone. So the second reason I'm going to give you as to why you should play Lord of the Rings Online now in 2024 and going forward anytime you see this video, basically if the game's still alive, is there's a lot of content in the game. And here's a brief history of the LOTRO expansions. And I would recommend anyone who is a LOTRO player currently and who's been playing consistently, please include in here all the raids and endgame content that exists, because I'm not really familiar with it. I didn't include it. I'm just going to be going over the expansion history and the other types of events that happen throughout the year. So LOTRO launched as Lord of the Rings Online Shadows of Angmar in 2007 with a level cap of 50. And this is the level cap that you will experience in the legendary servers when they start. In November 2008, Mines of Moria was released with an increase to the level cap to 60. In December 2009, Siege of Mirkwood was released with a level cap increase to 65. In September of 2011, Rise of Isengard was released with a level cap increased to 75. In October of 2012, Riders of Rohan was released with a level cap of 85. And this is around the time when I stopped playing, just because of real life stuff, a lot of different things. And if you notice on my channel, like, things kind of fell off during that time as well, and I came back a little later. In November of 2013, Helm's Deep was released with an initial level cap of 95, which is now 105. In August of 2017, Mordor was released with a level cap of 115, which is now 120. In November of 2019, Minas Morgul was released with a level cap of 130. In October of 2020, War of the Three Peaks was released. There was no new level cap here, but there were a lot of new quests and things like that. In November of 2021, Fate of Gundabad was released with a level cap of 140. In November of 2022, Before the Shadow was released. No level cap increase here. Again, added more quests, especially for the beginner zones. I think this is when they introduced the what's it called? It's not the Shire. It's the, I forget what it's called, but it's on the map. I'm sure you saw it when I was scrolling through the map. Anyways, it added quests for 1 through 30. In November 2023, Corsairs of Umbar was released with a level cap of 150. So looking at this, we can see that LOTRO is now getting updates yearly. If you look at the last few years from 2021 onward, it's every November with a lot of content in between. So these things are obviously not mentioned on here, but you get things like the Midsummer Festival, Hobnobnanigans, events specific to vocations, Farmer's Fair, Baggins' birthday, and Harvest Math Festival, to name a few. There's a lot of content to satiate even the most hardy of appetites in Lord of the Rings Online throughout the year, and then every year you're getting a new expansion or something is changing, which is nice. We can also see that most of these expansions that have been released in the past are free to play. You can literally get to level 105 with just free to play content. Obviously this won't be on legendary servers, but on regular servers, You can get there with just the base free-to-play version. What I mean by that is you need VIP to play Legendary. And finally, number 3 as to why you should play Lord of the Rings Online. This is one of the biggest and strongest arguments that I have for you to play Lord of the Rings Online or LOTRO. The community, it's amazing. For new players, returning players, and veterans alike, there's always someone there willing to help, willing to answer any questions and guide you. I remember coming back after a long hiatus last year, and as soon as I mentioned I was a returning player, I was welcomed with open arms, with everyone on the server just chiming in and being like, welcome back, good to see you, and let us know if you need any help, things like that. And literally any questions I asked, even though they probably thought they were stupid questions because they've been playing the entire time, they answered them without judgment. They helped me learn the systems, and it felt good to play and learn the game again. You can even join a band right now. Like, there's so many bands that exist on any given server. You can join a kinship. You can join others on walks across Middle Earth. It's actually amazing. It's an amazing community. One of the best I've ever seen in any online game. And I'm a Dota 2 player, so I've seen the worst as well. There's usually a band playing at the fountain by the Prancing Pony and Bree, and you'll usually get a crowd just dancing and vibing. It's great to see. So for all those reasons just before here, specifically the community and the fact that there's a lot of content, the fact that legendary servers are coming in, I think it's the perfect time as any time for anyone to dive into the world of Tolkien and join LOTRO or Lord of the Rings Online to forge your own adventure. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you have extra cash lying around, get the VIP. If you don't, then don't, and just try the game. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. It's one of those MMOs that is just, a lot of fun. Especially if you're starting out on the legendary servers. I think it'll be more fun because on the regular servers right now, it's kind of hard at the lower levels, especially, to find people to raid with. But I'm sure you can. You can join kinships and try to get your kinship to help you. But I think the legendary server would be the best experience to start out with. And that's just my opinion. Obviously, don't do it if you don't have the cash, but if you do, I highly recommend it. It's basically like any subscription service. You're paying $20 to try it out for a month. Think of it that way if you really want to. But yeah, that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you some information on Lord of the Rings Online that you didn't have in the past. And I'll see you guys in the next one.